The most common image that people have of a classroom is really the image of a lecture hall, where a person's standing in front of the room, usually near a board, and they're talking to a large group of people kind of opposite them. And one reason that that particular model still persists is that it is possible to create an environment like that that works, right? And so in a classroom, if you anticipate or you desire to have a more democratic space, a space where there isn't a canted floor, there isn't a row of seats opposite the performance, but rather the lecturer or the instructor is free to walk through the space and students are free to move throughout the space and arrange themselves in the space as they will, that can become an acoustic challenge. Once the room gets above a certain size, if I turn away from you, the acoustics change dramatically. You don't hear me as well because you don't have a direct path from my voice to you. The Meyer Sound Constellation system kind of takes that lid away. It makes it possible for a much larger space to be addressed in a conversational fashion by a very large number of people, far more than you could have in a conversational mode in a natural, traditional acoustic environment. Constellation is an environmental system whereby an array of microphones are put into the space, loudspeakers are put into the space, similarly located next to the microphones up in the ceiling. The processing power allows you to create an environment where your voice is reinforced throughout the space at a comparatively low level so that wherever you happen to be in the room, you hear my voice at the same apparent volume it would be if you were standing next to me. There are 4 presets, and the one that is primarily used is question and answer, and it is a voice lift application that works over the entire floor space of the room. So wherever you are in the room, your voice is, through the aegis of Constellation, sort of distributed throughout the room. The last mode is small groups mode. When a group of people sitting around a table are having a conversation, they don't hear much of anything different. It's conversation as usual. But the voices of other people across the room, or the farther away they get, the more this is the case, are heard as having a level of reverberation added to their voices. So students working at any given group in the room are not disturbed by the conversations that are happening or the interactions that are happening in other groups throughout the room. And that's kind of an extraordinary thing to see. One of the comments that was made by one of the instructors is that one of the powers of the room is that you never have to do what she referred to as catch and release teaching, where someone asks a question, the instructor heard it clearly, takes the opportunity to paraphrase the question and repeat it to the group. What so-and-so just asked was blah, 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 blah. She never has to do that because everyone heard the question in the first place. And curiously, it never strikes anyone as odd that that would be possible. The name of the game is to make this as transparent and as even a transition as possible from old space to new. And I think the Constellation system is a beautiful example of that. In most cases, if I haven't brought the faculty in and shown them by doing something impossible in front of them, they wouldn't know it was there any more than the students do. That's a technology that wins, right?